So I have a rather ambitious TBR right now, so I don't know if I'm just overly confident or setting myself up for failure. But on the positive side, before I even hit April, I've already read 2 of these books on here because I guess I have a problem for filming early March wrap-ups. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going through my April TBR. Like I said, I picked a little bit of an ambitious April TBR. April's going to be a little bit busier for me. It is Comic-Con month. Aside from all that, I picked out a pile of books that is rather large, and I'm dealing with minus 31 weather again. So let's spring on into this pile, shall we? So with every month, I have a couple of goals or just kind of regulars that are going to be on each month. And those are our book club picks for the month, a Christian living or a nonfiction book, and a classic for each month. So for our Coffee Chapters and Christian YA book club picks, we have The Princess Spy by Melanie Dickerson as our next book in our Hagenheim read-along. As per the filming of this video, this is one of the books I have finished already because the audiobook was really good and I didn't have a lot to do. And then our new feature book for the book club is A Loyal Heart by Jody Hedlund. I had no idea this was coming out, so this is a last-minute addition. It is not published by Zondervan, which published the first 3 books in the series, so it is a self-indie published book. This is book 4 in her YA medieval series or an uncertain choice series. Like I said, it's published by a completely different author. They tried to make it look the same. There are some differences to it. So I'm rather interested to see how this story connects, because the first 3 books had the connections with the 3 knights from the first book. Each connected the whole book series, and there's no more knights. So I'm interested to see how this book connects into the series. Next, I try to pick a classic, so right now I've been working my way through the Jane Austen books. So I picked Persuasion because it was rather short, and I thought maybe I could get through this in April because I have a lot of other books I'm working on for April. So I picked Persuasion. Plus I've seen the movie, so I don't anticipate this being a favorite, but I could be wrong. So I wanted to save kind of like Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice for later because those have been some of my favorite movies. So I have this one that I have as an option. My other option is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. They just had like a deal of the week on Amazon for like $6 to get the audiobook, so I picked up that audiobook for this. So I don't know if I'll break up the Jane Austens and pick up a children's classic. Next, each month I try to start, because I don't know if I'll actually finish these books each month, but I at least try to start a Christian living or a Christian nonfiction book. I have actually started, you can see I've tabbed and have a bookmark. I've started What Keeps You Up at Night, How to Find Peace While Chasing Your Dreams by Pete Wilson. I really liked this book. It actually wasn't about what I was thinking it was about, but it's about dealing with your fears and how to not live a fearful life, but to live a life of faith and trust in God in your chasing your dreams and your aspirations and kind of working through phases of your life. And I really like that because that's really where I am right now. So I have started this, so goal of actually starting one has been completed. The next book, I'm holding it up backwards and with the spine, is because it's got a huge sticker with my library's name plastered right on it. So I don't want to show everybody where I live. But this is Ever the Brave by Erin Somerville. This is the sequel to Ever the Hunted. This is also the other book that I have finished already because the audiobook was so good and this was a really good sequel. So I'll talk about more of it in my wrap-up, of course. So far, I'm really enjoying this series, you guys. The next 2 books are a reread in anticipation of an anticipated release in May, and that is Unblemished and Unraveling by Sarah Ella. I already started Unblemished, as you can tell, and I want to just binge read this series because book 3 is coming out in May, and I want to do a review for you guys, and it is our Coffee and Chapters Christian YA book club. Plus, Sarah Ella has a ton of info in her books, and I just got so confused in Unraveling that I kind of wanted to binge the series together so I could kind of get the whole continuation and everything in one shot. So with that said, I'm actually going to be binging the entire series because Sarah Ella her darling self sent me an advanced reader copy of Unbreakable. So I do actually get to binge read the entire series. So I'm going to binge this before May and hopefully do a review before the release date for this and give you guys a pre-release review for this and kind of build up the hype for the release. There will be a pre-order link down below so you guys can go and pre-order this if you have not done so already. And I'm so excited to actually have all 3 copies so I can binge read, because like I said, there's a lot of info going on in these books, so I kind of do want to do a complete read through of them. The next 2 books I also want to reread, and I have audiobooks for these because of another anticipated release, but we'll see if I actually get to these, because the anticipated release for these books comes out right before Comic-Con, so I might not actually get to these until May. But I'm going to attempt to reread Everland and Umberland by Wendy Spinelli. But Hodgson comes out April 24th, and that's like literally right before Comic-Con. So I might get to these, or I might just wait until I'm back from Comic-Con and read it when I get home. And that would probably get me into May. So we'll see what happens with these 2. These ones are kind of up in the air editions. So those are all the books I'm going to attempt to read for April. Like I said, I've already started my Christian nonfiction. I've already completed 2 of them, so that actually shouldn't be too bad. So we'll see what actually happens with all of these books. A lot of these books are rereads, but if you guys see any books on here that you would like me to review, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to accommodate that and get a review out for any books, or maybe even a series reviews if you guys want a series review of something. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!